I mean, that's why we're elder millennials and not just regular millennials. We are old men in that way. So
I feel like
we'll speak for
Mystery.
ourselves.
Do you guys remember Mystery? I feel like he would have taught Jimmy everything that Jimmy just did, though. Like we didn't miss anything.
That's a fair point.
He's still negging her and shit. Like that is
that's a fair point.
Time in memoriam. Like that goes on. That is.
And there are many.
Not this. It's not a good practice.
Comedians.
It's problematic, but he's still doing it.
Many stand-up comedians have made a lot of.
I'm like, what are you talking about? And then I'm like, oh god, it opened that door back in my head, like it let that back in. I'm like, damn you.
What a woman says and how they respond are two entirely different things. There are specific hardwired signals that you are evolutionarily calibrated to demonstrate when there is a man of high value in proximity to you. They are touching of the hair, subconscious, thank you.
That's not evolutionary.
They are, it is, it's hardwired. No. It is, if they scratch here,
like,
no.
No,
okay. No.
Nowadays it's hair.
Again, what a woman says and how they respond are two different things.
Right.
Oh, this is also,
we got to mention that Lex turns it on remotely.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't walk. Like Mr. Traffic's at the place, gets it shut down.
Oh yeah, they never get their hands dirty.
What was you saying? Because Pat makes it seem
they do.
Or at least
they do.
Yeah. But just to make sure that Lex doesn't come in, pushes, Mr. Terrific aside, saying, I'm going to reopen it. It was like, no, Mr. Terrific got it in the last minute or last second. Like, all right, I shut it down before I got too crazy. And Lex is like, I'm going to turn that back on from like Metropolis.
And
yeah,
as this is happening, also the B plot is going on where Ken's favorite, Jimmy Big Dick Olsen, is. Turns out that he used. Yeah. That didn't work at all. You broke it.
That's because I didn't say it. I gotta mean it.
Pete Davidson.
Come from the heart.
It turns out that Jimmy's ex, his source of what's going on with Luthor is Luthor's current girlfriend, who is Jimmy's ex, and all she wants is to get away from Lex because he's being mean to her now and getting abusive and going crazy. So she sends him all the evidence she has against Lex, which turns out to just be selfies of her with all of his plans in the background. Like every selfie she has like, oh, and here is where he's cutting the country in half and taking half of it for himself. And here are his plans to like everything he's doing that is evil is just in this woman's selfies. And it's
right.
What's his Eve
Tessmacher.
Yes.
Was created in the original Superman movie with Christopher Reeves. Like she's a movie creation, like a Harley Quinn, where it's like they make her in outside media and then it gets incorporated into the comics. But it's also like it's worth noting too that Jimmy doesn't catch what's going on. Like I think it's Lois who realizes what's like Jimmy's just the numbskull.
Well, hold on.
He's like, oh, what are these photos? I don't get it.
Well, yeah, because he asked her to send information.
He uses her, and he's just like, definitely. And he uses her, and he's just like, oh, I don't know if I want to spend like.
Eve?
Oh, I'm so done, Jimmy. I have everything you need to ruin Lex forever.
What? Where?
Oh, I have it over here.
She's doing like she's helping you, and you're just like, I don't know, weirdo, get away from me, like just a douchebag.
Well, which is interesting because what she sends would imply that she has at least enough cognition to understand that like what she has in the background is worth value. Because again, she could have tried to steal something that she thought was of value, but she knew that the stuff in the background was of value. So she's at least smart enough to know.
Oh yeah, she's been doing this for some time. She knew what she was doing, and that's a point, another point in her corner, and why she's with this numbskull Jimmy Olsen is beyond me.
It's his big dick.
You really hate already said Jimmy Olsen, man. Yeah.
This version, absolutely. Like, there's other versions I really enjoy. This is I didn't get the I don't know, like him calling her mutant toes in his phone.
To Ken's point, he's not a good guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
hell.
Yeah, he's not.
Look, I will be honest. I took this entirely as, oh, I'm old. That is how I took the entire thing. Like, this is a young dating person joke thing for people in their 20s. Like, this is beyond me.
I mean,
That's
that's
how I
why
took
we're
it as.
elder millennials and not just regular millennials. We are old men
Hold
in
on a
that way.
second, though.
So
I feel like
we'll speak for
Mystery.
ourselves.
Do you guys remember Mystery? I feel like he would have taught Jimmy everything that Jimmy just did, though. Like, we didn't miss anything.
That's a fair point.
He's still negging her and shit. Like that is
that's a fair point.
time in memoriam. Like that goes on. That is
and there are
ageless.
many.
Not this. It's not a good
stand-up
practice.
comedians.
It's problematic,
many
but he's still doing it.
Many stand-up comedians have made a lot of
I'm like,
hash.
what are you talking about? And then I'm like, oh god, it opened that door back in my head, like it let that back in. I'm like, damn you.
What a woman says and how they respond are two entirely different things. There are specific hardwired signals that you are evolutionarily calibrated to demonstrate when there is a man of high value in proximity to you. They are touching of the hair, subconscious, thank you.
That's not evolutionary.
They are, it is, it's hardwired.
No.
It is, if they scratch here, no.
You're bad.
Nope,
Okay.
nope.
Nowadays it's hair.
Again, what a woman says and how they respond are two different things.
Why would you remind me of this nonsense?
You're welcome.
What Patrick is saying is Jimmy Olsen listens to Joe Rogan. He's very much in that kill Tony kind of atmosphere.
You know what? Sadly, he's probably what's the other guy's name? The Canadian dude.
Tate?
God. No.
That guy's British.
He thinks he's a scientist or whatever. God damn it.
I'm
He's in
happier
that
that I don't
same-
know this person.
Oh, you'll know it when I say his name. Oh, fuck.
Oh,
What is his name?
Peterson. Peter.
Yeah.
Oh, Nathan. No,
Jordan
not Nathan
Peterson.
Jordan Peterson.
Jordan Peterson. Thank you.
There we
Damn
go.
it.
Yeah.
Damn it!
Yeah.
You knew
You
exactly
did
what I was
that, Ken.
talking
You
about.
knew, Ken.
Sadly, I did. Yes.
Yeah.
Take him over Jordan Peterson. Jimmy's not a bro enough to be Joe. Yeah.
Yeah. But he feels like he wants to be, though, right? Like you get that feeling.
Oh,
that
he's making his way. He's making his way.
Yeah. He's definitely starting to like subscribe to
Like-
certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, that's why I subbed to Spotify.
He's like Vanessa Carlton. Making my way downtown. He's making his way.
Jimmy spends a lot on OnlyFans.
I got Ken again.
Does he
That's
have to?
two.
Does he need to though? Like, I mean, that guy.
I mean, if he wants to see
Yeah.
pretty
No.
he does.
But he does.
Fair enough.
It's the toes.
Oh, did you see the toe? Maurice.
So we're we're back at the Kent's farm. She meets the family. They kind of have a heart to heart, and then we start to get we find out that Baravia is going to invade again and start pushing further into trying to take the territory that's not theirs. And at the same time, when we get notifications from Mr. Terrific that the portal's back open and Metropolis is in danger. And Clark's like, well, I want to go help Baravia. What do I do?
We also glossed over the fact that his dad, this is the moment where he explains to his dad, like, the message that I've been told this entire time was fucking wrong. And his dad was like, hey, be your own man. Quit listening to stupid messages. I think he said it better than I did, but that's paraphrasing.
Yeah.
So, what are our thoughts on this version of the Kents, who are kind of real mom Paul? Like they are like, corn-fed, born and raised in Kansas, and they live on a farm, but it's a poor farm.
I like my Kents in a hurricane / tornado, whatever that was. Gone.
And the only good paw is a dead paw.
Oh my god.
Exactly. I don't know. I liked him. I thought the go ahead, Ken.
No, I was fine with them. They didn't really fill up enough space to like endear themselves to me. Like I think that's the kind of the counterpoint is like I've had more time with other Kents, like with the Smallville Kents, you have more time to like, you knew them for seasons. Whereas this was just kind of like a 10 minutes of, probably not even 10 minutes of screen time for both of them.
Well, to touch on an earlier scene where they had their phones on them and are like, I don't know what I'm doing here with this phone. Like, just, like it kind of came off a little
That was
not
kinda
hillbilly, but a little it was like-
Hayseed.
But they're hayseed. There you go. That's a perfect term for it. But it's just like, I mean, I have no
I
issue
thought it
with
was more
I do
ageist
not
than
defend.
anything.
I mean, that's a good
Yeah.
I didn't think it was.
I mean, that-
I
yeah,
think it's
that's-
just because they were super old.
Yeah, I mean, it could be, and that also does inform too a little bit more maybe of his growing up as like for some like I'm curious how what age your parents were when they had you, but like if you have a parent who is older in their life when they have you, like how does that affect you growing up? Like if your parent had you at 20 versus like if you have siblings that they had at 40, like that's a big difference in how much time that they can spend with you and impart with you. And there's some question there, but I was just kind of fine with them. They didn't stick enough with me that I was like, oh, I can't wait to see more of them. And it was just like, okay, this is a different version.
I know who did
That's
though. Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner. I mean, it's
Oh, look at him!
he
You can't wait to talk about him.
I'm so upset about him.
That's all right, Martha. He's right. Clark has a point. We're not your parents.
It's also because Kevin Costner's a bigger name, so he's like the Paul Kent we saw here was more of a hey, it's that guy. He's more of a character actor. Kevin Costner is like a leading man, and that's not saying anything. This is not the Sandra Oh conversation, okay? So chill the fuck out.
Motherfucker! Jesus Christ!
But it's just that they didn't have enough time on screen. Whereas like they gave more time. Like you saw Kevin Costner when he was raising a young Clark, and then later on as a young adult Clark, and we saw him in different stages throughout time. We didn't have that much screen time with this Paul Kent, and even less with Martha Kent.
Here's my question,
Martha.
then.
Martha!
Why'd you say that name? My question is, does it even matter to have them on screen for more than what we got them for? If
No,
the end result
absolutely
is
not.
how Superman, if the end result is how Superman reacts to things, that kind of, I guess, backfills their parenting, right?
Yeah,
Like
they
if he has
definitely
empathy-
established what they had to.
Yeah. If he has empathy, joy, he can show, remorse. He's looking out for others. Like that all backfills. Like, oh, they taught him that. We don't need to like see them do that, right?
Yeah.
And it also, by not having the big A-list actor and having just character actors that can do a good job, you don't have to shoehorn them in more. Like I'm thinking of like the whole everything with Man of Steel and the Justice League, where it's like Diane Lane's Ma Kent had to because it's Diane Lane, she had to appear more in the movie than she probably should have for the story.
How dare you? Her name's
Why dare
Martha.
On that note
Ma.
too, like I just pulled
Sir.
up the cast list, and at least in the cast list, the person who gets more screen time, and I think is accurate, is Otis, who is a reference to the original Superman movie, Otis Berg. Like he gets more screen time because he's running the little heists and stuff for Luthor. So I think he gets more screen time than Jonathan Kent, which is like that's hilarious.
But I mean, it's one of those situations. God, I forgot the name of the actor who was like, oh, fucking Anthony Hopkins. Like you with the amount of time that you're given, you can create a scene. Like he was only in Silence of the Lambs for what, 7 minutes?
It's the teens, but it's a low number. Yeah.
Is it teens? I thought it was less than that. Like all together. But anyway, he's in it for I think less than 10 minutes. But he makes that like that's where you walk away from the movie. Like Jodie Foster's in it, but you don't remember the guy who plays Buffalo Bill.
Are you talking about Ted?
Ken plays Buffalo Bill.
He was on their sixth. He was in the Fast and the Furious, guys.
There we go.
Let's get it. And in Heat, tip one out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was on the Anthony Hopkins was on the screen for 16 minutes.
16. Okay. That was,
yeah.
More than
still not a lot at all. Not a lot.
No, not at all.
But he makes that movie like that's you think of that. So that's why I was saying like to Ken's point, I recognize the actor. I knew who I don't really recognize the mom, but I knew who the dad was from other stuff. But to the end of it, I was like, all right, well, they serve their purpose in that scene or collection of scenes. I wasn't, didn't need any more. Wasn't like
No,
longing for
absolutely.
anything else.
Yeah.
In my head, the mom was and it's not true, but it was the lady that played the mom from Walk Hard. I don't know why, but in my head, I just subbed her in.
Oh, you be careful now, you hear? Before you go and say something you're going to regret for the rest of your days.
Like what? Like the wrong kid died?
Oh, no!
Oh,
She had the same sort of feel.
Yeah. It's the wrong kid died. I just over and over in my head as
that would have been a hell of a pocket. Give it to us straight. We ain't no scientists.
It's the worst case of being cut in half I've ever seen.
All right, so we get Superman finally wakes up, ready to go back into the action once again. He has to go. I guess he goes to Metropolis, right, instead of Bavaria, and was like, "All right, I have to give up on that idea."
Yeah.
But we do see that there's also like the Justice Gang sees reports too, and they're like you see like, oh, where are they gonna go? And we do eventually see where they go. But then also Mr. Terrific is kind of on site trying to fix things on his own as well, because he's got his T chair and his T spheres, and he's trying to like, okay, the rift's down there, we got to fix that, and shenanigans are ensuing.
Well, yeah, because this is when his clone shows up finally, right? Again.
Yeah,
Ultraman.
and the engineer, Ultraman's I guess he's still the Hammer of Bravia, or no? I guess he's just Ultraman because he's in.
No, he's
not
just
in the
Ultraman.
suit.
Now. He's just in the other suit. Yeah.
The more the
all
basic
black.
suit. Yeah.
And then that's when they both take him on, and he ends up flying into, I don't know, the outer atmosphere to freeze them.
Yeah, and at one point too, like Mr. Turk's like, "You brought your dog," and he's like, "I didn't want him to kill the dog. I didn't want him to kill the cows back at home." But like Engineer does the same thing where she tries to cover him with her nanites so that he can't breathe, and he's like, "Oh, okay, fine. I'm gonna take you up in space, freeze you off, and then come crashing back down." And then I think right about then, after they crash through back to Earth, is when she's knocked out, and then we get the reveal of, oh, that's David Cornsweat. That's Superman over there, and he's got like really bushy eyebrows and long hair, and he's a clone.
Yeah,
of Superman.
so I'm not gonna lie about that scene. It took me like 3 or 4 minutes before I learned that was emo Superman. Like I didn't know that was him. I was like, oh, I don't know who this actor is.
Yeah, it took me a second too. It also took me a second to realize what his plan was for the engineer. It wasn't to freeze her. It was to knock her out, because he realized that as long as she's conscious, she can keep choking him. And I didn't realize. I was like, what is he fucking doing? But the fact that when they land to Earth and she gets knocked out, that's when she loses her control over the nanites in his lungs or whatever, and he can be able to like spit things out. But yeah, all right. That was just, it took me a second to realize that plan.
No, yeah.
Like, Superman finally has a strategy for something.
Well, I think, also, because by the time he starts to reach, like, go up into space too, Ultraman is also on his heels and also messing with him. So it's, if he didn't have Ultraman to deal with, the icing idea could have worked too. But it's
Correct,
at that, it's like he's just like, okay, well now I'm just gonna go ahead and go back down to Earth and smash her there. Like that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Well, he froze her to stick to him so that she couldn't do any damage from far away. And then once they landed, she'd be unconscious.
Yeah. Also, too, we also just missed all the stuff where Metropolis is coming down because of the giant crack, and Superman saves people. Like it's about to crush a woman, and she's driving away, and in a rearview mirror, he's like, "I saved you," and like he lifted up the building, and Superman saves people, and it's great.
And as this is happening, the Daily Planet staff is now on the hunt for the story, and they do. I thought they did a pretty good job. Lois shows up, and they're all but like the 6 main characters for the Daily Planet have evacuated, and they are discussing the story and writing it up. Like basically, Perry White's like, "All right, you do this, you do that, yeah." While
cool.
Lois loads them onto Mr. Terrific ship. So.
Okay, now that he's awake and finally realize, does the engineer ever get back up after being knocked out, or just the clone?
I think just a clone at that point. I think she's
I think it's just a
she's out
clone.
for the count, and then eventually the Raptors, like the Raptors, show up, and then also the drones and stuff. But those are that's fodder for crypto
Laser eye
and
stuff.
Yeah. There's on a side note too. There's a because we had that moment earlier on where Steve Lombard is messing with Clark. When they finally do, like, all right, let's go ahead and just like Perry's like, let's all climb into the T sphere and get out of here. And she's like, he's like, how many seats does it have? 5 or? And she's like, oh, 5 or 6. And then he says, hey, Kat, you come along with us. And other people are already fleeing too. And he says, Ron Troop is another character in the Daily Planet. And so he's like, oh yeah, how many seats? Okay, Lombard, you too. They purposely put enough seats just so that Steve Lombard has to sit on the floor. And I'm like, included Ron Troop, who's like, he is a much later added comic book character. Like, you just kind of had him there just to mess with Steve. Like, that's the whole point of that. That was the entire reason.
They were like, had a writing room meeting. It was like, all right, we're gonna do musical chairs, but we're gonna need an extra character in order to make this asshole look bad. Who could we bring in?
Yeah. And he's like, so someone had the DC Who's Who. It's like, Ron Troop. We'll include Ron Troop. Okay, cool. Throw him in there. He'll be in there too.
That'll make our chair joke work. An hour
Speaking of
12 minutes
the
into this
Daily
movie.
Planet crew, can we just acknowledge the wig?
For who?
On Cat Grant?
Yeah, like Cat Grant. Like,
yeah.
It's supposed to be a wig. We like.
I didn't
have an issue. I mean, I pinned it in my head and then moved on from
like
it, I guess. It was like,
yeah, like you clock it, but you're also like, I don't know if I'm supposed to clock it or am I just supposed to just be like, it's Cat Grant, so she's supposed to be blonde, but they couldn't die. Like, I just kind of like, you know what?
I'd have more of an issue though if we find out that it wasn't a wig and it was CGI, so they had to actually pay like millions of dollars just to have that traced over her in all of the scenes.
That
she was making Mission Impossible, yeah, and then they had to put a wig because it was reshoots. That's what it was.
Cover up her mustache as well. Keep looking up instead of over her lips.
It's weird they just covered up with Henry Cavill's face.
Yeah.
With the mustache. There. They can't get mad at her mustache if his mustache is on.
There you go.
The perfect crime. So yeah, at this point, Lex starts to reveal his evil plan, how he didn't even care about Barevia. He just wants to kill Superman. All of this has been an excuse to kill Superman. The Justice Gang shows up.
Does it? I thought Lois did.
Yeah. No, he tells Superman the plan.
Yeah.
Like, I think what is it? Superman mentions, hey, your plan in Barevia isn't going to work. And then it flashes to the Justice Gang stopping the attack in Barevia. But then Lex says, you're really overestimating the importance of that. This was all to get you. It had nothing. Yeah. Like that was an add-on. That was nice. But the whole goal was to get you and kill you.
Well, that was another criticism I had read about. And I think, again, maybe I'm biased, but a lot of people were focused on that, saying that his plan to take over half of Barevia or whatever was too goofy for a Lex-worthy plan. And I was like, he tells you in the movie that's icing on the cake. His plan was to kill Superman.
But also, that's been the plan for many Lex Luthors. It's a real estate scam, and
that's Gene Hackman's thing.
It's been
literally Gene Hackman. I was gonna say,
yeah. Technically speaking, it's also in the Superman Returns movie where he's going to use kryptonite and crystals from the Fortress of Solitude to make more land. It's just as if you had a real estate mogul who's just crooked as fuck, and
you can put all these young boys on there that Kevin Spacey can touch.
It's just land grab scam, Sam.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a weird. Maybe, but is it out of the realm of no, not at all.
No,
it's completely just it's completely on brand. So yeah.
But it also lends the argument that I had that I enjoyed this Lex being several steps ahead. I feel like we haven't had a Lex like that representation of a Lex on screen for a long time. Like they kind of did it with Michael, what's his name, whatever from Smallville.
Michael Rosenbaum, yeah.
Yeah, like he had plans that were several steps intricate. A lot of them were just kind of like the, mustache twirling, like, I'm gonna do this weird thing over here. And, Superman got in the way of it. It's more, this one was like, I had planned for you to figure this part out and that part. And when you thought you figured that out, I had this part as well. I felt like we got more of those in the cartoon adaptations of Lex.
Yeah, I was gonna say
they added another plan.
That's why Clancy Brown is one of the best Lex Luthors, is because his portrayal is just it's up there. It's S tier. And like to your point though, the one from Smallville, because he had so much time to play the character is where he gains more of that, like, oh no, we know this Lex more, like we give him more credit. And also like there's a time period where you see Lex is behind and he's just catching up himself, but he's like, you see him also having other plans and machinations. So I think back to the movie ones. I mean, the Gene Hackman one does have, but it's a much bigger theatrical Lex Luthor.
But again, his plans were to do something else that Superman kept getting in the way of. It was never to be like, I am out to get this guy to stop him before he can do anything else that I want to do. It's like, no, I want to do this, but he keeps fucking with me. So let me deal with him as I'm doing this as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely it's a more Machiavellian of a Lex Luthor than we've had in some of the movies.
What's next? Is he going to run for president or something?
So wild.
I mean, as soon as he gets out of prison.
Yeah.
I mean,
whoa, a felon as president?
Not in my world. What are you even talking about? Just calm it down.
Fantasies you keep having, like
rich felon who becomes president. Okay, little bit of reality based in these movies. Come on, Kareem.
I'm sorry, man.
I mean, we already saw one of them become mayor, so I guess president's next.
Oh, goodness gracious.
So Superman outwits his... because to your point, Crypto actually helps him out by getting rid of the drones, which takes down Lex's ability to plan or pre-plan each attack.
And on this note too, like this is where like my brain is like, it's Elon Musk and his little cronies, like the ones that went into the Social Security office. Lex is supported by a team that is backing him 100%. They're not like, oh yeah, like they've been in. They're in their own like war room. They're backing Lex. Like they know he's bad. They're on board for being evil. They're all on board. And like the idea that they're as culpable as him, and like that's there is a bit of a up and comings for some of them, but like I wanted more. Like that's why I enjoyed that one scene earlier on, because like no, everyone who's supporting them, they should be rounded up too.
I think they are, aren't they?
Yeah, but like there is some takeaway that people like, oh well, they after like the information came out, they were like, oh, I'm not with Lex. Like I didn't know. It's like no, they all knew. Like I've heard some people say like, oh, that they turned on Lex towards the end. I'm like, no, they didn't. They were on board from the beginning. They were part of his cult, and they were not duped into being there. None of these people were like, oh, I didn't know that when we put them into a cage that they wouldn't be fed. Oh, no.
You
were okay with that.
We had the kaiju that we planted. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I do love the emotion, though, that
for the greater good in their mind and money.
The greater good.
Holt or whatever expresses when he starts crying, like basically has those tears coming down his face when he realizes that he's been beaten.
Oh yeah.
Right before Crypto thrashes him a little bit, but that broken expression in his face, I was like, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Because that was a guy who dedicated however much time. Yeah.
Yeah, Nicholas Hoult did a really good job in this.
Mhm.
Well, it's the pride that you rarely see Lex depart from. He always has it, and the fact that Superman was able to break it was pretty sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
he was
just
a
comes
great
down.
foil.
It just comes
I
down
do feel
to
kind of
him.
bad for Bizarro Superman though.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean that's depending on the versions of Bizarro, you kind of feel sorry for those versions too. Like
Yeah.
they're just kind of created to be just a tool, just to be a weapon, and they have very little free will at times. So yeah, it's a sad place to be. Yeah, and so we find out Bravia, or not Bravia, but the Bravians who are attacking get the up and comings. So does the the president, prime minister, whatever dictator that he has. He gets an up and comings from Hawkgirl.
Hawkgirl just
Guy
straight
Gardner.
up murders him. Just
Yeah.
Hey, hold on.
Says I'm not Superman and drops his ass.
She didn't murder him. Gravity took hold. Okay. It's not her fault he can't fly.
She did the Lex Luthor thing. She's like, hey, whatever happens, happens. If this gun goes off, if I drop you and you don't survive,
you're doing this and you're in the way.
Okay, but on my way, I'm gonna be doing this. If you get hit, it's your own fault.
Yeah, and I know some people who are like, no, like she should have been no, like I'm okay. Like that's essentially the Wonder Woman role of just like, no, I'm in Amazon, I'm a warrior. No, we don't. I give no quarter. We're not doing this, and I'm on board for that. In these cases, like there's a point at which you've done so much bad, like no, you're not just gonna get out and restart your cult again. No, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I was all for that. And then we get what was it? Oh, Superman explains, he gives his speech to why he's human, or what makes him human, or whatever.
Yeah.
Human.
Yeah.
And then we get Lex taken away, or first thrashed and taken away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the puny human moment of this film of like, you will not whap 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 whap. Also, Mr. Terrific comes into this is a part that I saw an interview that the actor did. Like he did like, I don't need your help, and like pushes the guy down by his face. Like that was his move. That wasn't in the script. Sorry, there's a ghost going by behind Pat.
Oh no. There's a ghost.
The ghost is slowly crawling away.
I did not realize the ghost was moving.
But so like but no, like he just like, no, I'm not gonna take yours. I don't need your help. And like the idea too, like that they're like, oh no, like I can help you. Like, no, you are part of the problem. I don't know what you're gonna do. You could enact some kind of like doomsday device. You're done. Sit down. I'm gonna take care of this.
I'm smarter than you. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So.
And then we get Lois and the rest of the Daily Planet releasing the report or whatever that details Luthor's plan.
Yeah, she's dictating it while they're in the T-sphere and stuff. So she's doing, and then she's working with Jimmy, doing the new stuff. Good, that's cool. And then they end up meeting up, and they get to have their moment after everything, all the chaos.
Yes,
and they have a moment to be alone, and it's nice.
Yeah.
So like Perry. Well, Perry is like, how long have they been dating for? Is he specifically saying Superman and Lois? Is that what he's indicating? Not Clark, right? Like he's literally just saying Superman.
Yeah, that's the thought that I had to take away from it.
Clark doesn't show up anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so
Clark's been missing for the last week or so.
Yeah, nobody gave a shit about him either.
Yeah, like did he say like, hey, I'm gonna call in sick. I need to be out for a bit. Who knows? Like we don't. Maybe, is Lois covering for him? Like, oh, he's on assignment in Borneo. Like we don't know. We don't know what. I mean, she knew that he was turning himself over. So did she cover? Like, we don't know.
Well, it's funny. I want to have that conversation where it's like, where's Clark? It's like, well, you don't really cover Superman. Superman got arrested, so he's done. He quit.
Chill at home.
Superman comes back, he'll get his job back.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else past like the little floaty kiss, which is nice? I know there's
the movie
ends.
Well, the movie ends with, they do a callback to him, the video that calms him, and instead of being
That's right. You're right.
Kryptonian parents, it's like pictures from his childhood and his parents, and then we get the mid-credit
and then Metamorpho joins the Justice Gang.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, because he goes to Bavaria with them. Yeah.
Latveria. Latveria. Let's just say Latveria.
Monrovia.
And there is a moment too at some point where you see Metamorpho with his wife too, which is like. By the way, the building they were in earlier was Stag Industries, and there's the whole like connected tissue in the DC universe. Like it's all there, so it's cool.
Okay.
They did a good job this time. I want to point out that Metropolis still gets ripped in half, like a good chunk of it gets ripped in half. But they do everyone's evacuated. Kind of like they had enough time to evacuate everyone, which is probably the most unrealistic thing in the movie.
Yeah, it is kind of hand wavy, but I'm like, oh, at least they did it. Like, and I mean that was the problem that some people had with Man of Steel was just like, well, we're okay with it. And
let's put it this way: we're assuming Metropolis is at least New York level as far as size, and it may actually be more like San Francisco. So, because it says like once Metropolis gets cut in half, it's the next city over that they start worrying about already, because they're like, oh, we went far enough, now it's hitting us.
I think it's still like the same state or even the same borough, or it's a different borough. Like it
might be like Manhattan and then the rest of New York.
Okay.
Yeah, because they talk about the region that they go that it's about to get to is where Lois grew up. So it's like she grew up in the same she grew up in Metropolis, but the Lower East Side kind of stuff was the
okay.
All
right.
So yeah. We get a
she
mid-credit
lived
scene
where
where
the Hardys was at. That's to clarify.
Yeah. She was
not
clearly
not the Carl's Jr.
She worked at Carl's Jr., but where she grew up was the Hardys.
No,
so.
she hung out at Carl's Jr. She worked at the Hardys. She couldn't let people see she worked at Hardys.
Is this like Jenny from the Block, but it's Lois from the Loop? Is that what we're doing now?
Yes.
Is that where we're going with this? Okay.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, good.
Exactly. So what you're saying is you want J-Lo to play Lois from now on, right?
I'm not opposed.
I think everyone else is.
I think you're fooled by the rocks that she's got. Okay.
I am fooled. I am 100% fooled.
We get a mid-credit scene where it's Mr. Terrific and Superman joking about the joke is that they didn't put things back perfectly together, and Mr. Terrific's like, this is ridiculous. Which I was curious if that was like reshot and filled in with because they had the people had shots of them in costume in that like a similar shot, and then people like, oh, what's this? What's going on here? And did they just oh, that got leaked? Let's just go ahead and do a thing where we're just standing here and it's a reference to that. I didn't know if that was the case.
Could have been.
I just thought it could have been. And then there's also a post-credit scene where it's Crypto and Superman on overlooking the Earth. And then there's also the one with Kara. Or Kara.
Yeah.
Hold on. I just want to
go
go
back.
back.
What are our thoughts? Oh, yeah.
Hold on. Before we end, has J-Lo ever played a reporter in any movie?
Probably, yeah.
Let's see.
I
She
can't
was
think
a
of one.
maid.
She was a maid.
She was
She was a cop.
Selena.
Right? Selena.
She was a cop.
She was
a therapist. Ex-wife. She was a therapist.
Well, I guess. What would you call her in the cell?
Yeah, she was like a therapist.
Yeah.
Psychologist or something like that.
She was a famous singer in whatever that Marry Me movie was.
Yeah, Selena. We said that. You're good. She was, I guess, a hitman in Out of Sight.
No, she was a cop.
No, she was a cop.
Oh, she was a cop.
She's
You're
a
right.
cop.
George Clooney was, Cap. I don't know. She played.
J-Lo has never played a reporter, per the internet.
All right then.
That's a big hole in her resume.
You believe in Chat GPT now? See, this is.
Hey,
what about the backup plan?
Verified.
Or second act? Who knows?
What was the backup plan?
You might be using Microsoft Pilot. Let's be honest here.
Okay, that's fair. That's. Where's our pilot money, folks?
Co-pilot.
Oh, Gemini.
Let me look it up on Bing.
Oh,
If you're gonna
Halo's the
Bing,
devil.
please
What?
use
God
Google.
damn it, Bing.
Bing's got opinions.
I think Tim, were you about to ask about our thoughts on Kara? Or
Yeah, what are our thoughts just for the few minutes using the movie, I guess?
I think I'll start out because I had a thought that was definitely like at the front of my head. It's very James Gunn for her to call him bitch, but
Yeah, absolutely.
I wish he would have called him a dork, or just still been dismissive of him, but not used that word just because it feels. I think this is something
Too
that another
edgy
friend of
for
ours.
you?
What's up? It's a little too edgy, and like there's a certain part of me that wants Superman, and like DC as a whole can be a wide palette, but I want Superman and them to be a little more PG and a little more like, yeah, she should have called him a dork. That would make sense. Like to call him a bitch, but that's James Gunn though. That's his sense of humor, and that's his shtick.
Well,
So and that's fine. But
he gets one swear word for the movie, and he gets to use it at the end of the movie. So
and he gives it to Kara, not Cal. So it's like that's
yeah,
fine.
absolutely, yeah.
Come on.
It's just one thing that I wish we could have had, but it's also like they're also setting up who she's going to be in her movie, and it's just my own little nerdy nitpick that I'm like, if she would have called him a dork, I would have preferred that, but it's because I'm a nerd and I want that type of like kid gloves with some of these characters.
Mm-hmm.
I do wonder though, if he trains her to then use that word as like if he becomes the Captain America to that scene in Age of Ultron where he's the hall monitor of language. It's like you keep using that. You could use something else, and she eventually does start using that because she's. I mean, based on what I read from the story that Gunn's going to use, she's had a rough life, and I think she's pretty straightforward in what she wants to describe. And using that, she may not see it as bad as he does, and he then trains her like, hey, there's so many other things you could call me that have that connotation. She does start going with dork, nerd, whatever. Yeah. Four eyes, whatever,
and that's
softens
where
her up.
And that's where I like my thoughts of like who the character is at this point in the story to who she'll be, and that leads into that. So like, but that also comes back to like my out of world knowledge from the comics versus what we know here, and like that ties. I mean, that also ties into because you're referencing Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, and where her story is potentially going to be, and where my brain is like, that's why I inferred that she grew up on Krypton and has experienced the loss of that world, because that's potentially what we're going to go into the next movie for her, is that she's maybe drowning herself in some alcohol because she's still coming to grips with the idea that her entire world is gone. And it's a different experience than Cal's because Cal never grew up on Earth or never grew up on Krypton. So it's like, that's where my other threads come in about the whole translation thing too, but just she has a different lived experience than him. And so, yeah.
No, yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree with that. I mean, that's what it sounds like. He's pretty much stated this is what we're expecting for the next Supergirl film.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
No, I enjoyed it. Good, Pat.
Oh, I was just going to say this is kind of my one nitpick with the film because her inclusion feels once again like I'm going from a Superman movie to a James Gunn. And that is the one thing that bugged me about the film, where if I'm like looking for things to throw rocks at, it would be that it's just like, okay, this just went from like tonally a Superman film to now this is a James Gunn Guardian. This is like his film in that regard. So they didn't always mesh for me.
Because then that's also when we get the needle drop for I'm a punk rocker, yes I am, and like he goes off in his next needle drop, and that's what he's known for to a degree. So it's like it goes into that end credits of just like, yeah, Superman's upbeat, and it kind of syncs up the tone of the movie. Is like, yeah, Superman is punk rock for being patient, or punk rock for kindness.
Nice, yeah, kindness.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah, it's and I agree. I definitely understand too. Like it's if you're looking for stuff to nitpick, that's something you can nitpick. Overall, I think we all enjoyed the movie. I think it was one of the better Superman films we've had in a while, and depictions of Superman. Although I still highly recommend My Adventures with Superman seasons 1 and 2 is great. It's out there. I think it's on Max or HBO Max.
Yeah, it's on Max. Go support the Nepo baby. What's his name? He's the best Nepo baby.
Oh, he gets because he knows that he's a Nepo baby and he claims it. Just
absolutely,
like Jack Quaid claims it just like
Quaid.
Wyatt Russell does. Yeah, they both are aware of who they are. Like, no, we're Nepo babies and we claim it. That's fine. Like, they don't hide it. And I
Go support him. Go support him.
Yeah.
Who is it that we're supporting it?
Jack Quaid.
Jack Quaid. He plays
the voice
from The Boys. He's the voice
I
of
know
Superman
who he is.
in.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. He's also the
good
voice
show.
of Boimler on Lower Decks.
Nobody watches that.
I watch that. Lower Decks is fun as hell. It's really fun.
Nobody watches that.
Everybody who's like, I don't get any more of the Orville, I can go enjoy Lower Decks.
It's true.
Is that what they said?
I want to call out his most important role, which is Randy Quaid's nephew.
Oh, boys!
Yeah, by far.
Oh,
that's the most important thing.
I thought you were like claiming the wrong father. I'm like, oh no, nephew. Okay, yeah.
No, he's right.
Yeah.
He wishes he was Randy Quaid's son. Come on. Randy Quaid never played Reagan.
Oh God, yeah. Dennis, the less said about him, the better at this point.
Yeah. He's a rich white man. What do you expect? These are kind of to be assumed. It's surprising when it's the other way.
Some of them, I mean, I
He's
again,
shocked
hope.
when it's the other way.
I want to have hope.
No,
Yeah,
that's
you gotta.
fantasy.
Yeah, exactly.
Hope's in your fantasy.
Kareem's right. You got to do the opposite. It's like him. He's not.
He's
that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Surprised.
Well done.
Yeah. Be
When I found out
pleasantly
about Tom Hanks, I
surprised,
was like,
not
oh.
crushingly disappointed.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Exactly.
They're all Mel Gibson
Superman
in my book.
Did you just want to touch real quick on the next film, or any thoughts on what the next film?
What is the next
Was
film?
it Man of Tomorrow?
Yeah, that's the tentative title. But just like this was tentatively titled Superman Legacy, like they just dropped the name eventually.
Right.
It might just be
Do we
Superman
know what
2.
direction they're going with?
Yeah, it's a buddy cop film by the looks of it. Honestly,
With
they released like 4 images that were animated, like drawn for the
by
film.
Jim Lee. It's him and Lex.
By Jim Lee.
Lexing it up.
Yeah, but Lex is in the green suit, the green armor.
So think another 48 hours. Not
right.
There you go. It's a good way.
But I'm trying to think of because that's what
48
they're
hours,
currently
not
doing.
another.
That's what they're doing currently in the comics series.
Is that the current?
Right.
Is that the story? Like, no, I thought. Well, I mean, currently, what is the current story? Because I know it's got Jonathan. Because right now it's KO, right? I guess that's still on the way. Like we haven't started.
Yeah, it's
just
still on the
yet.
way.
Like we're just on the tail end of Absolute too. So like there's so much.
Not Absolute. It's oh god, whatever the regular storyline is. It's the one that introduced Superwoman.
Which one?
True.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So
whatever most recent. But anyway, the storyline is basically
up,
at least. I'm caught up. I just don't know how to differentiate because there's there's 3 Superman stories going on currently at once, and this is like the one that doesn't have any like subtitles or any extra titles, just Superman or whatever. But in the storyline, Lex is in prison, but basically gives Superman the authority, or he gives him the company that Lex had before to show like, hey, I've turned a leaf or whatever. And a lot of, or at least the first story arc is a bunch of Lex's old enemies come back, and so
I can't laugh every time it happens.
but you do.
It's funny every time.
But Lex's old enemies come back to attack Superman, so Superman's going to Lex and asking for help, and they eventually like work out a deal. Basically, like Lex is going to help him beat these guys, and then going forward, I think Lex ends up breaking Lex out. Well, Lex breaks out of prison, uses the suit to help Superman out or whatever. So it's kind of like that. We're helping each other, but I still don't kind of trust you kind of thing. So I'm wondering if they're doing that. Or, yeah.
So what they just did with Spider-Man and Norman Osborn over in like they just, it's fine. Comics they ape off each other all the time. It's also like when you said that too, I'm like, wait, so like when Angel took over Wolfram and Hart, is that what?
Yes.
Like that's
pretty much. Yeah.
That was so good though, but that's
such a good, that season was fantastic. Yeah.
There are 4 stories, and we just keep retelling them.
Yeah.
This one introduces Lex's mom and his daughter, which is somehow some version of Brainiac. I forget like why she is that way, but
So that's a good
yeah,
way to
there's a-
transition, because the ongoing thought is the next film will be Brainiac, and Lex and Superman are like, we're not as powerful as him, so we'll have to, team up.
There we go. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I thought it was that Lex, Superman, and Brainiac raise a small child together, and they're not sure who's the father. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
3 men.
Actually, there may be a ghost.
One man,
in the back.
1 man, 2 aliens, and a baby.
There you
Yeah,
go.
but it turns out it's just it's a cutout of Brainiac. It's real. It's urban legend.
Yeah, I think I saw that on VH1. Yeah.
Is Paul Reiser doing a guest spot in this?
Oh, please.
That's a My Two Dads reference. Just
yes.
Oh,
make sure
I
I
thought
got
we
that on my head.
yeah. Fair enough.
Instead,
we were
instead, Brainiac's played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, and the kid is played by Edward Furlong.
Oh,
there we go.
now I want to see
He was
it.
he was the best dad I ever had.
Full circle.
So go get me another beer, you piece of shit.
Can we talk about the
Superman, go see it. Go watch it.
If you haven't, because it should be out of streaming by the time this.
Yeah,
It's already out.
released.
Yeah, it's you can buy it or rent
it. Yeah.
The
Okay.
DVD, the Blu-ray comes out on the 23rd, which is when I will
Rent to own.
rent. This isn't it's not Divx. It's not Divx. It's actually you get the copy and it's yours. No.
For as long as they let you license it.
Yeah. Well, no, because technically that's the one thing. Having physical media, this is mine. Like the DVD, I can still play it. That's why I want the Blu-ray copy. The digital copy will be like gone into the ether. Whether they
sadly.
Yeah.
I remember I Am Legend. You better have DVDs, otherwise you end up watching Shrek over and over again.
It's all yours until the
exactly.
Until the
That's why.
AI
That's why you
sucks
go
up
to Best Buy
electricity, then
still.
You got nothing.
Check stuff out.
True.
Then you got plastic you can burn.
Yeah, then you got a little bicycle to make the electricity go.
There you go.
What was that movie or show, kid, that lost electricity?
Wait, which?
The
Oh,
one I fucking
Revolution!
hated. There we
Revolution!
Oh my gosh, I haven't heard about
Good
that
night,
TV
everybody.
show in so long.
Good night. Good, for love of God, good night.
When we reach Revolution is when it's like, okay, that's
When
we
we're
reached
like-
the
Jam.
bottom.
That's
Like
just
reverse
the
of
end.
Space Jam.
Period. That's
Tim, if people want to find you on the internet, where can they find you?
Well, they could find me on the TV show Emerald City. It's on NBC currently. Another old dated reference right there.
I'm on the remake of Mysteries show.
Oh man, Fringe maybe, I don't know.
Oh,
No, so
I was saying
That's
the
Fox.
Critic web series along with Dexter.
the poor
Only
man's
cut.
X-Files.
Yes, it's so good. Alcatraz, that was another good one.
Was
you
it
can find me
Was
on
it really?
Yeah, they had at Hurley. It was so good.
That's right.
Sorry. All right,
Tim, where
you
can
can
they hunt
find
you
my my social medias. Timpura 59 TIMPURA 59.
Cool.
Thanks,
We're
y'all.
gonna find you.
excellent.
Where are you two jokers hanging out?
I mean, they can still find me at Hopak Energy. And Pat, do you want people to even find you, or are you just like no?
Why
go
would
kick
I want
rock?
that? Why would I want that?
Yeah,
go
fair enough.
Go
That's-
follow Tangential Giants.
There we
Like,
go.
I don't do
Yeah,
anything
how it
exciting
goes.
on mine. I do anything exciting on social media.
Fair enough.
Follow the podcast. You'll be better off.
Go to bed, you losers.